No, that's crazy. No, I'm not gonna. No, that's not. I just be talking. Sometimes I just be talking. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna bring that one back. Hey Puzzle Buddies, welcome back to my channel. Now, just a few weeks ago, I was asking you all to help me get to 500 subscribers, and we ended up hitting 600, which was awesome. But in that video where we were celebrating these milestones, I did mention that there was a particular subscriber number that I wanted to hit in order to do a certain thing. And basically, I wanted to hit 631 subscribers because I've had this puzzle in my to-do pile for quite some time that I needed an excuse to do. And so since we hit 631, we're doing this 631 piece puzzle. This one from Ravensburger. This is a Ravensburger Krypt. And if you're not familiar with this line, this is a series that Ravensburger has of pretty much all solid color images. And then the cut of the pieces is very interesting, which you'll see in this video. Since we were approaching that subscriber number much more quickly than I was anticipating, I did go ahead and hop on it as soon as I could in hopes I would get the video up in time. That didn't quite work out. Y'all will kind of see how that happened later on. So the thing is, I was pretty congested in honestly a lot of this video. I did this more like vlog style. So you'll see me puzzling and checking in with y'all, and there is a bit of time-lapse footage. As you all know, I've been fighting with the pollen for like the last month. So hopefully it's not too bad. I tried to kind of edit out as much as the sniffles and coughs as I possibly could. So let's see what Brie was doing 2 weeks ago. This is night one of me attempting this. Oh, as you can see it, this Ravensburger Krypt puzzle. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. As you can hear, the pollen has gotten me again. I thought I was in the clear. Clearly not. So that's not really helping things, but I'm hoping to get this started. I'm doing this now because I'm not sure, especially with how I'm feeling right now, how I'm going to be feeling over the next week or two with the pollen and everything. So I want to do this now while I'm feeling like okay-ish mentally, because this is a puzzle that definitely requires like a lot of like focus and time and patience. So I want to go ahead and get it started. I do know that there is like a circle inside the square, inside the rectangle of the puzzle. In fact, they do have the full piece design on the back. I'm trying not to look at it so that I can just puzzle and see how it goes. So today is sorting. We'll see. I've been working on this for about an hour, hour and a half. I did some sorting, but honestly, I didn't really know what to sort. So I sorted out what I assume are the edge pieces, the pieces that have straight lines. I sorted out so like the big chunky pieces, and I sorted like the skinny small pieces. And then I kind of gave up on. I feel like I have maybe like a third or less, maybe like a fourth of the pieces that maybe a third of the pieces that I have not sorted because I just got tired of sorting. And also, like at some points, like I don't even know where to put these things. I have been working on. I was going to do the edge first, but I'm realizing that I don't think that the edges all connect. I think that some, if not a lot, of the edges just sit next to each other, which means that they won't really connect until the inside is done. So I'm probably gonna have to do the edges last, technically. I've been working on the inner circle and I've made some pretty good progress. It's like mostly done ish. But what I'm starting to realize is that, well, for one, sometimes I can't quite tell if the pieces go where I have put them. So that'll be fun to figure out later. Also, my circle is starting to flatten, but I still have a lot of round pieces. So I'm feeling like maybe, because I thought it was like a circle in the middle and then like it goes into a rectangle, but the circle is already getting flat and I have way too many round pieces left. So now I'm trying to figure out where these round pieces go that's not here in the middle. I have not looked at the guideline for the pieces, but I'm not sure how long that's gonna last. Okay, so it is day 2. I still sound like this, and I have been thinking about this puzzle literally all night last night, all day today, and trying to realistically think of how I'm going to be able to tackle this. And honestly, unless I plan on having this out until my child goes to college, there's no way. There just is no way. So I am, in fact, going to pull out the key.
Okay, I still am gonna have to search through all these pieces to find what I need, but I literally do not think there's a way I can get through this without the key. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to kind of mark off the pieces that I've already done so I can kind of keep track of where I am. And I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, I pulled out the guide. I marked the pieces that I already have done. And this absolutely is the right decision because, for one, like this is the next piece I've been kind of looking for. This is this. I was not gonna find this. I never would have looked for a piece this shape. And I was right. It is like a circle, but then it goes to rectangle and then it goes back to a circle. Versus the ones that I have seen mostly are like one big circle and then a rectangle on the outside. So yes, I will be using the guide. It's like 11:30, so I need to call it for tonight. But I actually kind of don't want to. Like now that I'm using the guide, it feels a lot more doable, and I've made some decent progress. Okay, looking at it, it kind of looks like I've done not much for like 2 hours of work, but let me show you. I did a whole lot of sorting. I sorted out all of the like regular-ish looking pieces, so like the two on the corners, the one out, the three outs, etc., etc. And then I still have my like miscellaneous pile still in the box. Honestly, I just don't feel like sorting those, so sometimes I look in there and try to grab a piece. I still have my like kind of curved pieces over there, and then I really hope there's nothing crazy on my floor right now. And then these are the like long boys and whatever this corner is. So let me show you what I've actually done. So the circle might look pretty similar, but it's bigger than it was. And I also have this whole little line here. What I did was I pulled out this piece and just kind of went around it, finding the pieces that go. I am really looking forward to getting my like circle to connect to this edge. I feel better today than I did last night when I finished, but I still I still have so many pieces left. So, y'all, it is now day 3 of working on this puzzle. I'm getting to puzzle in the daytime. What? Hello! Shout out to Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa. So, oh my gosh, still sound like this. I'm making some good progress. You guys will have seen in like the time lapse and all that, but I'm starting to feel like I'm hitting the groove. Someone I posted about this on Instagram and TikTok, and someone on Instagram linked me to someone else who literally just finished this one. Well, not this one; they finished the silver one, and so I think basically everyone is you just pull out the guide and just mark off pieces. And then also on TikTok, someone said that they think that, or that they did this one, the gold one, and that the guide has a false piece. And I think it's this, hold on, that gigantic square one right there, because I have been looking for that piece forever and it doesn't exist. And so I think this is the one that is actually two pieces and not one big one like the picture says. So I'm gonna go based off of that. But now the thing is it cut in half up and down, or is it cut in half left to right? Because those would be two different pieces, I think. Would it be the same piece? No, they would be two different pieces. So that's fine. I'm going to keep working. My goal is to connect this circle to that line that I have and then just keep going. So we'll see. You guys, it is 8 p.m. on the dot. My child is asleep. My husband is asleep. I have a plate full of pizza rolls. I have a cup of peach juice. I have 2 McDonald's cookies. I'm going to find a random documentary on Netflix. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to puzzle. And I'm going to have the time of my life. I will check back in with you later. Okay, it is now 9:15, and so I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes, and I've made some pretty great progress. This is this little corner, so now I have, hold on, every time I need to move, every time I need to do something, I have to move like 1,000 things over. Okay, so now I have like this, so we're starting to look like something, right? Right. I went through and sorted out that tray that was just full of those like bigger pieces. I did find this is a straight edge piece, which means that there are some of these that are like false edges. So That would be fun. You guys, it is night 4 of working on this. I made some pretty good progress last night when I just had that time to myself and I was just puzzling. This looks pretty good. So this is what we've got. As you can see, we've connected all of our little sections. So this middle part, this right side, and this left side are now all connected and down to the border. That's right. It's all one piece now. So happy. I did go back to urgent care today. So there was that at the time. So grandpa came over again today and I was planning on being able to puzzle again during that time, but instead I went to urgent care. So I lost that little chunk of time. My goal kind of was to get this finished today. I know that was a bit of a stretch to begin with, but I'm thinking I can finish this tomorrow, especially now that as more pieces go in the puzzle, there's less pieces to look through. So I'm still hopeful. Okay, so I've been working on this more or less for like 2 hours. I took a break to like shower, eat a snack, and I have made some good progress, but let me show you. This is night 4 of me working on it, and we have most of the middle, we have some going out to the right, we have a good bit of this border going over here, we have some border up here coming around. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. These most of the gaps, not all, but most of the gaps are because it's a lot of the like two in two outs, like these, like the regular classic two in two out pieces, and there's just so many of them, and there's not like a whole lot to go off of. Like you can kind of tell if it's going to be like a bigger piece or a smaller piece, like bigger like this or small like these, that kind of thing. But still, that's really kind of all you have to work with, and there's still so many of them. And so I've just been avoiding it. I did a couple, and honestly, I got lucky with like 4 out of the 6 of these. So yeah. So it's been some days. It's been a few days since I last worked on this puzzle. I was working on this with the goal of getting it finished and ready to upload for this past Sunday. And then as the week was coming, as it was getting closer and closer to Sunday, I realized that wasn't going to happen. So I was like, okay, let me just do a quick little 500-piece puzzle. I can do it in one day, film my like talking bit, and then I will be able to have it edited for Sunday. I started on that second puzzle. That one was much more difficult than I was um, anticipating. So that one also wasn't going to get done in time to upload for Sunday, which is why there was no video this past week. It's been, I think, maybe like 4 or 5 days since I've worked on this puzzle. So I feel like I'm a little bit like out of practice with it, but my goal on the lowest of keys is to finish this tonight. It's probably gonna happen, but let me show you. So I believe this is day 5 that we're starting off. Um, we've got border in places. It's looking almost like a rectangle, so I'm feeling good. I think I'm going to rotate this whole board and work on it from this side, so that way hopefully I can get some of that border done, and then I can just start like filling in everything. So at some point in this area, I just kind of stopped checking in with you all and I was just puzzling. So you will see that there's a pretty big jump in like how much has been done between the last time I checked in with y'all and this time. So there's a little bit of time lapse here, but yeah, let's get back into it. I've been working on this for about 2 hours and this is how it looks. I've done the full border. Not all of it connects, as you can see. Some of them are still floating little pieces, and then like over here is still floating over there, but it technically is all there. And a big thank you to Joyce Puzzles on Instagram. I've been posting my progress on my stories, and she had solved this puzzle and she had a picture of what this piece is supposed to be. And thankfully, I was able to find those 2 pieces and put them together because, yeah, like I had said before, this piece did not exist. I don't know how they missed a whole line where they were drawing out this diagram, but yeah. Anywho's, every time I think I've got to be close to finishing, I look and there's still so many like empty spaces. So it is now like 11:45. I've been working for, I don't even know, 15 or 20 or 30 minutes. I don't know
the last time I checked in, but this is what it looks like. It's looking really good. But unfortunately, oh my gosh, I almost dropped this. Okay, unfortunately, we're at the point where I can't really make much progress without doing what I've been avoiding, which is all of these two in, two out pieces. I kind of have them separated, not really. These are kind of like these shapes. I don't even know. And then we have like the kind of like wide H's, and these are kind of weird ones. And then this is everything else. So yeah, I think I'm going to see how many of those I can get in, and I don't know. I legitimately do not know. I really, 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 really want to get this done. So it is right around, I think, 110. Oh my gosh, the pollen, the allergies, I'm still so like congested. Okay, but it's like 110 in the morning. I'm so close, y'all. I'm so close. I'm so close. But I have to go to sleep. Baby has like a class in the morning, and if I'm going to be surrounded by a couple dozen children singing and dancing, I need to go to sleep. So, as much as I want to just power through and finish this, power through and finish this, I'm going to call it. I'm these two ins and two outs. There are so freaking many of them. They're everywhere. There's pieces all over the floor. I can't even show you. Well, I don't know. I just got rid. You know what? I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. And tomorrow we actually will finish this. All right, you guys. Tonight is the night we're finishing this puzzle. I'm like, I've been working on this for so long. Not really, if we're like really talking about it, but in terms of needing to post content, I've been working on this forever. So I'm going to finish this tonight. Is like pushing 10 o'clock, I think. Husband and I were trying to finish the most recent season of Gen V, and so we watched that instead of puzzle. When I should have been puzzling. Either way, um, tonight it actually is. Where is this piece supposed to be? Sorry, some of them don't. Oh, let me just show you. As we all know, some of the pieces do not actually connect to each other, and this one was just like floating, and so I was very confused where it's supposed to be for a second there. But this is where we are at overall. This is getting done today. Getting done today. Getting done today. It has to, has to, has to. Also, you probably can't quite tell, but there is a new setup here, a new puzzle table. Yeah, husband got it for me, so thank you, husband. And then we got it. He set it up for me earlier. Y'all can tell I'm already sleepy. I just need to get to work, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we are at the point where everything that's left, for the most part, is just the two ins, two outs. So I have these two ins, two outs over here, and then I have, hold on, I have one tray, two trays, plus this little piece, and then I have some of these like one man's one men, but on the legend they all basically look the same. Like these and those basically look the same on the legend. So rather than continuing to try to sort through them, I'm just gonna do it all at once. I'm finally on the home stretch of this puzzle. So hopefully next check-in will be the end. So there you have it, guys. I finally completed this monstrosity of a puzzle. And as challenging as it was actually pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Especially once I finally pulled out the guide. Without the guide, I quite literally would have given up. I don't think I would have finished this. If you know anyone who has completed one of these crypt puzzles without using the guide or the back of the box or something, they either have the patience of an absolute saint or they just might be a sociopath. I don't think that there's any in between. You have to use the guide on this puzzle. Thank you guys for giving me a reason to finally tackle this puzzle. I have been receiving so much love and support lately on my channel, on my videos, and I'm so grateful. Honestly, I feel like the puzzling community on YouTube is just growing in general, which is awesome. I think Hobbies Puzzle Odyssey able to change one and Puzzles and Purrs all hit 1,000 in the past like couple weeks, so that's pretty awesome. Now that this is done, I'm really excited to get into some of the other puzzles that I've picked up recently. I got some at Nationals, I got some at a puzzle swap recently, and I also have some like challenges in my mind that I want to do with you all, so I think it would be really fun. So let me know, have you ever done a Ravensburger Krypt, or would you be willing to give it a try? I'm really curious to know if you guys would do one of these. If you've liked what you've seen, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, follow me on TikTok and Instagram. The things that I post on those platforms you don't see here, so make sure you check me out over there. And I will see you in my next video.